Europe is closing ranks, and the message to Washington is unmistakable. Just one day after President Donald Trump launched a sweeping tariff threat tied to his demand for control over Greenland, 8 European nations issued a rare joint declaration of solidarity with Denmark and the people of Greenland, warning that U.S. pressure risks tearing open the foundations of the Transatlantic alliance. Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, and the United Kingdom declared they stand in full solidarity with Greenland, stressing that Arctic security is a shared NATO responsibility, not a bargaining chip. But Trump is escalating. On Saturday, the U.S. president announced a 10% tariff on imports from the 8 European countries beginning February 1, 2026, a levy that would jump to 25% by June unless an agreement is reached on what Trump calls the complete and total purchase of Greenland. Trump defended the move by claiming the United States has been subsidizing Europe for centuries, warning that world peace is at stake if Denmark does not give way. He argued Greenland is essential to American missile defense and Arctic dominance, insisting that China and Russia are circling the island. Europe is pushing back hard. In their joint statement, the 8 countries warned that tariff threats undermine transatlantic relations and risk a dangerous downward spiral, turning allies into adversaries. Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre urged restraint, cautioning that a trade war spiraling out of control would benefit no one. At the heart of Europe's response is a clear red line: international law. European Council President Antonio Costa said the EU would be very firm in defending legal sovereignty. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen warned that weaponizing trade could shatter decades of cooperation between Europe and the United States. Behind the scenes, Brussels is preparing for retaliation. Irish Prime Minister Micheál Martin confirmed that Europe will respond if the tariffs are imposed, warning the situation could become very serious globally. While stopping short of invoking the EU's powerful anti-coercion instrument for now, Martin made clear it remains on the table if Washington presses ahead. Trump's strategy, using tariffs as leverage, is not new. His administration has previously deployed economic pressure against countries trading with Russia and Iran, but this time the stakes are higher. As Europe rallies around Greenland, the confrontation is no longer just about trade, it's about sovereignty, alliances, and whether economic coercion will redefine the global order. And with tariffs looming, the transatlantic bond is entering its most dangerous test in decades.
Tensions boiled over outside the U.S. Embassy as thousands marched in protest, accusing Washington of overreach and demanding respect for Greenland's right to decide its own future. In Copenhagen, thousands marched through the city streets toward the American diplomatic mission, waving Greenland's red and white flag and carrying banners that left no room for compromise. Some wore red baseball caps, not with "Make America Great Again," but with a sharper message: "Make America Go Away."
We're protesting against the orange dictator in the U.S. who is trying to bully his way to undermine the sovereignty of the Greenlandic people and take away their right to decide who they want to be part of.
This is important for the whole world. There are many small countries. None of them are for sale.
The protests erupted in direct response to President Donald Trump's repeated demands that Greenland be ceded to the United States, demands he has framed as a national security necessity, citing the Arctic island's strategic location and vast mineral wealth. Trump has even refused to rule out the use of force. Across the Atlantic, the defiance is just as strong. In Nuuk, Greenland's capital, thousands took to the streets in the rain, marching toward the U.S. consulate. They chanted Kalalit Nunaat, the island's name in Greenlandic, and sang traditional Inuit songs, turning the protest into a powerful display of identity and resistance. Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen, waving the national flag, addressed the crowd to thunderous applause. All political parties in Greenland support eventual independence, but they agree on one thing now. They would rather remain part of Denmark than be taken by the United States.
Of course, we are not for sale. We are a free people. We have always been a free people. We have never had wars. We have togetherness in our mindset. We take care of each other. And that's something actually a lot of other countries in the world can learn from us, that we take care of each other and protect each other. So that's why we're here.
It's very tiring and it takes a lot of energy. And what we want to use our energy on is just to live here, live with each other, live in peace and in the country that we love and we respect. We know the Arctic, we know our country, and we are the ones to care for it. And it's been quite a big pressure from the whole world for us to take decision. We didn't never ask to have this situation. We never asked for this position we have right now, a situation. So we just want to live in peace and quiet in our country. So we hope this pressure will be removed from us.
It's very clear that we want our own country for ourselves, and we won't receive anything from Trump no matter what.
We are very happy that we have started the dialogue with the U.S. administration. We don't think anything is solved yet, and we insist on going into the dialogue with the say that we want to evolve Greenland on our own terms. We welcome the U.S. to do so with us. We understand their needs, but there is a red line, and that red line was shown today. We are not for sale, and all we want is collaboration and Retaliate. We have always welcomed collaboration with the outside world and with the U.S., and now we are talking about being occupied or bought. It is unacceptable, and it affects the people of Greenland. As you can see today, it has a lot of resonance with them. They want to show their disgust with this.
Organizers estimate more than 20,000 people joined the Copenhagen March, a number nearly equal to the entire population of Nuuk. Parallel demonstrations unfold in Aarhus, Aalborg, Odense, and other Danish cities coordinated by Greenlandic associations, demanding respect for democracy, human rights, and self-determination. The protests come as the dispute escalates sharply. Trump has announced 10% tariffs on 8 European countries, including Germany, accusing them of opposing U.S. ambitions in Greenland. European nations, in turn, have moved to show solidarity with Denmark, deploying small NATO contingents to the island at Copenhagen's request. The demonstrations also coincide with the arrival of a bipartisan U.S. congressional delegation in Denmark, officially seeking to lower the temperature as relations between Washington and Europe strain. But on the streets, the message is unmistakable. Greenland is not for sale, not to pressure, not to tariffs, and not to force. And as protesters stand face to face with the U.S. Embassy, they send a message not just to Washington, but to the world. The world's largest island will decide its own future.
We're going to see NATO has been dealing with us on Greenland. We need Greenland for national security very badly. If we don't have it, we have a big hole in national security, especially when it comes to what we're doing in terms of the Golden Dome and all of the other things. We have a lot of investments in military. We have got the strongest military in the world, and it's only getting stronger. And you saw that with Venezuela. You saw that with the attack on Iran, with the knocking out their nuclear capability potentially. So, yeah, we're talking to NATO.